How would you grade the offense yesterday?
I believe I gave the offense I gave them a solid A. I gave them a solid A. I would have been willing to give them an A plus, but there were points in the game that were I feel like we were super vanilla and regular, and there was definitely a handful of times where I was kind of like, really, that was the play. Um, I will give them an A and not an A minus because I do remember one point, and then next thing you know, reverse flea flicker. And I was like, okay, well, that's what I was looking for.
Mhm.
Even the play, which I couldn't tell because of course I wasn't on top of the field. I couldn't even tell that snap went through Goff's legs directly to the running back. I couldn't. One of our homeboys put it in the group chat, and I didn't know what he was talking. I was like, what is he? I didn't realize that had happened like that. Like that's
That's
got to
one
be
of
the
the
first.
benefits of watching the game at home, Foster.
And the replay too, because they,
The
they
replay,
showed
that's what
them.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't peep that until I got home, but that's something that I've never seen before. And if you notice, a lot of people have noticed that flea flicker play, the 49ers utilized it that night against the Cowboys and the route that was that game. But Ben Johnson just continues to show the creativity and make things happen. 'Cause, yeah, yeah. No, it's
Sorry,
funny.
Clown. I didn't get to the comments, but I see you now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Foster.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I was at the game and I was watching and I was at the tailgate and I see all these old jerseys of running backs that we used to have, such as Javid Best and Amir Abdullah,
Mm.
and you remember it's like, wow, we went through a lot of running backs in between Barry, and we've only got Kevin Jones, and we've only got it right just a handful of times. A lot of those guys
You
only
just
played
said
for,
some athletes we had at running back, and I just
and these
got
guys
mad
were
all over.
burners. These guys were real
Yes,
burners.
Best, Kevin Jones, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Swift
Oh,
now. So, um,
you're
but
killing me,
yeah,
man.
what was I talking about? I got off track for a second,
That's my fault, man. That's my fault. We were great in the offense, though.
but yeah. So, oh yeah, just how Ben Johnson has continued to, despite the fact that Montgomery didn't play one game, Jameer didn't play this game, uh, St. Brown didn't play this game. He still,
Mm.
it seems to be a seamless transition, no matter who's out. So, um, yeah, definitely an A grade as far as the offense.
Well, I don't give out A pluses. I mean, you have to have a perfect game. So, but it was definitely a A for me. Um, and the biggest things were no turnovers and capitalizing off the turnovers that was forced, and they weren't settling for there were no field goals when they got those turnovers. I mean, I know the Hutchinson interception was deep on in their territory. That's one thing, but the I think it was it a fumble that they scored on after that, or I know it
I,
was
I
another
know
turnover.
I know Will Harris recovered a fumble. I don't know what the end result
Mhm.
was for that, but
Well,
yeah, I
one
think
of the one turnovers, it wasn't like deep on the other deep in in or red zone territory, but capitalize off of it. It was 7 point. It was the flea flicker right after that.
yeah,
That was they did the flea flicker after a turnover, so it was like the first play.
yeah,
So
that's the way to do it when
that's
you
the
get the
way to
momentum.
do it. I
Yeah,
mean, it was just I don't think I'll ever grade out as an A plus, but
never.
the offense, nah, man.
That's
I
you
mean,
got to
you
do.
would
You got to
have
do a whole lot. Got to put up like 60. You got to put up a 60 ball, right?
I mean, if you look at it, you have to ask, what else do they have to do? Because I read you Goff's numbers, right?
Yeah,
Then you had 100-yard rusher on top of that.
yeah.
All you needed was like even if you got 100-yard receiver, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, man.
Hey, the
I just
Dolphins
don't.
put up what? 70, 80.
We're
Well, how
not
many points?
we're not talking about the
That's an
Dolphins
A
today.
plus. That's an A
I mean,
plus.
hey man, I'm sure they messed up something. But anyway, but how often do you see 70 points though in
That's why
football?
you got. That's why you gotta.
I mean that's probably if that's the case, then that's a rare occasion. Like I just don't see me giving out A pluses. So what my point is, an A is probably the best you'll